fight each other. I mean, they need to open up them belts so so these other heavyweights can get opportunities to be world champions. That's my opinion on that.
For sure. So have you considered FA and Martin Bacoli? It looks like the Excellency, the Saudi, he's interested in Bacoli. They flew him out. They gave him a fight. He looked good. Mm-hmm. He's from the Congo. That could work.
That is an interesting fight. If that opportunity presents on the table, we'll definitely take that.
Okay.
I think Hefe, man, like I said, Hefe is a top dog, man. No matter, if y'all don't have him on y'all list, but he's going to show the world that, man, he's one of the best heavyweights on this planet.
And those are the words of Coach Flick. Coach Flick, of course, is the trainer of Efe Ajagba. Efe Ajagba, of course, he is one of the up-and-coming heavyweights. It came to a screeching halt as he faced Frank Sanchez, okay? And his first loss began, and at that particular point, people thought he was overrated. Since then, he's won twice, okay? He's knocked out a couple journeymen. But Coach Flick, his trainer, has proclaimed that he's improving. He KOs any top heavyweight. But of course, me counterpunching that's how that's supposed to go. And in fact, that's what you're supposed to tell your fighter, because it's mental, physical, and you want to keep your fighter in good spirits. And I think Coach Flick is doing exactly that. Now, is Efe improving? We don't know. We just hear it's just hearsay. But shout out to the Boxing Voice. This was an interview by the Boxing Voice to Coach Flick. And they, Ness asked a pretty good question. Like, hey, how about Martin Bacoli? Martin Bacoli, stopped Carlos Takam. Okay. And he's been calling everybody out, claiming that he stopped people and knocked people out like Joe Joyce, Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua. So he's claiming that he's putting all these guys on notice and whooped all these guys unofficially. So the question was, what could Efe Ajagba do with Martin Bacoli? And I would like to see that fight simply because of the style. See, Martin Bacoli is a guy, he's sluggish, he's big, okay? But he crowds you. And the thing is, if you got a guy like Martin Bacoli that loves to bang on the inside with chopping shots versus a guy that he needs distance to throw those power punches, it's like hit or miss. Either guy has the ability to knock either guy out based on how their game plan is. And Efe, of course, needs distance. He needs distance to set up that right hand. You know what I mean? And whereas Martin Bacoli, he needs that inside game to get in. So the question is, can he get in versus Efe Ajagba? And we know Francis Ngannou has came in and shocked the world, has reintroduced himself, and I have a video coming on Francis Ngannou. But, everyone is talking about Saudi Arabia are fighting in Africa. Anthony Joshua, between him and Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean? And those guys. But good question. Both of these guys are African. Efe Ajagba, Nigerian. Martin Bacoli from the Congo. Okay, so, these guys could get it on. It could be an African showdown in Africa. And I think people should want that. But I think both guys have to keep doing what they're doing. I think Efe Ajagba, if he's improved, I think they have to put him in there with another Frank Sanchez type opponent. Somebody that definitely is able to hurt him and not only just Efe Ajagba giving them a one-way ass beating like the guys that he's been fighting recently, okay? The AJ Efe fight, Efe, claims that AJ's not Nigerian, but I think Efe needs to prove that he's a professional and he's on a serious wave, okay? Because you being African or whatever doesn't matter if you can't fight. If you can't, beat certain guys, you're just capping yourself, okay? And I think Efe Ajagba, though, he's not done. He's got married recently. He looks a lot more happy. Okay, since he's got married. I think Frank Sanchez, same for him. You know, he could always rematch with him because that's his only loss again. You guys tell me what you think of Efe Ajagba's Coach Flick, stating that Effie's improving. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!